Alright, that's enough of that. Let's get going, shall we? Heyo, everybody! I'm a Nick. I'm a late to doing more art stuff. Woohoo! Ah, jeez. Well, I figure no better way to get things moving than to, actually draw. I was late by doing some chores and stuff. I was specifically picking up my new... Well, the frames are not new. I've had these already. But I was due for new lenses, and my prescription changed ever so slightly. Eyes, work, please. And then I was actually setting up to put a few more music tracks into the stream playlist, so those will pop up at some point. And now, our feature presentation, Doodlin'. Probably wouldn't have been late if I didn't take that nap, but I felt like taking a nap was a good idea, so... I usually judge if I need to take a nap or not by seeing how I'm doing on my drive home. And if I'm feeling sleepy, then it's nap time. More specifically, if I kind of feel my consciousness starting to... Like, not going unconscious, but I'm definitely tired and starting to zone out kind of thing. Because zoning out while you're driving is terrible. To put it mildly. And hopefully the Discord has told peeps, hey, I'm live now. Also, should probably get this news started. I made a Blue Sky account, and I'm probably going to be switching to using that from here on in. Because I've been a little disappointed with Twitter as of late. I will miss the bookmarking feature, though. In fact, I should probably go and grab the stuff off of my bookmarks before it's too late. Mostly just because I've decided I'm giving Grok no more art fuel. I've already posted enough as it is, and yeah. I'll be real with you, all this people shoving AI down our throats. The general public didn't freaking ask for this. What the hell? Like, at first it was, like, a novelty when it was just, like, making very crude images. I did make a video on that one, and I am kinda ashamed by it, but I was trying to at least make it funny because they're like, heh, all this uncanny stuff looks like Earthbound enemies. But now I'm just like, nope. Stay way the hell away from AI stuff. And I'm not talking like the AI where you need to program for video games, because that's how you make a single-player game work. You technically need AI for that stuff. Because you need artificial intelligence to program your enemies what to do. Just the term AI nowadays is just a mess, and I hate it. There's a lot of things I hate nowadays that I don't feel like talking about here, so how about we just go back to set myself back to some chill vibes here, because ugh, it's gonna do me no good getting frustrated. Ugh. Especially because this panel is gonna take a bit to color, so actually, I need to test something real quick. There's something about this 75 gray pen that has been really weird for me. Like, the gray is darker than it should be. Yeah, this one is ever so slightly darker than it should be. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if it's just the ink itself or what. But that feels more like a 65 or something. At least according to my own eyes. Not forget my medium brush tip pen here. Let's get to filling. So far, we're still on familiar tracks in this playlist. I only added like 4 new tracks, so is it really that much of a shock that they haven't popped up yet in the rotation? I'm trying my best to use the Discord I made more. Just gotta make those new habits, that's all. Plus I gotta invite more people in. It is but a small space, but that is alright. It takes time to make these things grow, after all. Alright, now that I have this gray on hand, oh yes, that color is much better. That's right, I did this, and this. I definitely did this. Hey, new track I added to the playlist. Let's see how the copyright claim will work with this, and hopefully I don't get... I picked some obscure stuff to add to the playlist, so shouldn't be anything that gets me striked. God, I hope so. But you never know until you throw it into the wild blue yonder. I think what we'll do first is get this colored. Tinfoil and stuff is such a bop. I love it. That infectious prog rock energy. And actually, now that we're looking at this part here, there we go. Much better. Just recently, I cleaned up a whole bunch of space off of my hard drive. Things were getting a little clogged. It's just the nature of recording stuff, saving RAWs. These often go to like 8 to 10 gigabytes, depending how long I go. This will probably be a shorter-ish one because I was like 20-ish minutes late. Which sucks, but ah well. Just check if it posted. Yes, it did. Still not quite done with the waves themselves yet. I think I know what I want to do. Just gotta get this darkened part finished first. Just dealing with it a chunk at a time, chunk at a time. knew this page was going to be certainly something. That's for sure. Last section here. You know what I think I'll do? If I don't do any more scan work until this is done, I think my next few art streams I'll do will be dedicated to getting those scans actually done. Putting it off for way too long. If I am one thing and one thing only, it is I am a procrastinator. That's just a thing. Last part of the darkness. Let's do it. Alright, that's that part. Here's what I think I'll do with this. New track. Alright, last bit of this page. And then we can move on. I feel like if I come back to Golden Sun, it'll be like during the live stream. And saving Dark Dawn as a Let's Play with Sean and I. We've been talking about it for a bit. But I have another game I want to do first before I get to something like that. Hello, head. Because yes, I do physically exist in real life. You are in fact seeing my hands as I do this. bit of hair on me that was like bugging me. Just a little bit more to go. Okay, y'all can see it. Okay. Now we can fill. Oh. Oops, off screen again. This is why I have this TV here so I can see my computer screen. I think at some point I want to find some small 1080p screens so I can actually fill my entire monitor, although actually this size is enough because I really only need to see the OBS window. And apparently these 7.20p TVs are working just fine for that. Only problem being at the moment is I have to swap the HDMI cables over between the TV I have here on this desk and the one I have next to my other TV setup that I mainly play for like games and stuff. But it's not that hard. I just have to change them at the computer itself. I think it looks like a page, doesn't it? Yeah! So we got this part here turning into this. Booyah! Ugh. And you know what? Here's what I think we're gonna do. I think instead of immediately going to the next page, I think I want to do a little doodle real quick. Because I've been doing these daily little doodles for a while. And it's a certain someone's birthday today, so I figure it's my turn to give her a little doodle. So let's do this, shall we? It's a little too big. Much better. Okay. That hand doesn't look right to me. That doesn't look right to me. Everything else is fine. Alright, we'll just do what I was originally going with. Alright, let's keep going. Hang on 1 second. I'll be right back. Where's my microphone? Mute. Okay, I am back. So let's get back to this. Yeah, I think that looks better. Let's get this part in there. Yeah, I think we're ready to roll. This way I don't have to stress about it later. Woohoo! Alright, go on in. Okay. Yikes, Belly, what was that one all about? Hey! I think with this part, what I will do is... when I'm done with this, we'll scan it in. I'll show you how I do that on stream. There's that. Do the same thing there. Last part, the tail. I don't think there's anything I've forgotten, so let's do this. Right. Okay. That's all I need to know. We can start with this. Wait, no. We'll do this one first. Pencil, where are you going? Gah! Dang it. So I can keep my stuff up here. Wrong tip. Fine enough. Follow that adventure line, Stanley. Ah, the good old Adventureline song. I was editing some Stanley Parable video, a Stanley Parable video for the Sunday Game Nights channel yesterday, so that was that. Yes, that's what I'm supposed to do. Figures of all the weeks I have art streams this month. This one in particular is the only one I actually decide to do the daily art for. Who'da thunk it? I don't think I colored the shoes in any way, right? Right, we didn't do that. I can show people how I correct little mistakes like that. Let me check something real quick. Alright, over this way. That is what I did. Okay. Okay. Cool. Alright, here's what we're gonna do next. Now that this is finished. I'm gonna leave this stuff here for now. It's time to show y'all how I scan stuff. So you're gonna see the mic move. Woo! We're going over this way. So spoopy. So spoopy. You're gonna see me doing OBS stuff on the fly as I open up Photoshop. We're gonna open up a new window capture. Photoshop. Not that. That is the music player. There we go. Alright, what we're gonna do is fit that to the screen. Oi! Not that. I said click Photoshop. Thank you. Good grief, it's because it's not capturing the status bar. Alright, we need to bring this down a bit. There we go. You can see all the stuff I've been working on as of late. So what we need to do... Actually, if I minimize it, yeah, we're gonna do that. I need to do something real quick. I need to reopen my display settings. Because we're gonna be... I need to swap some screens. We're going to duplicate onto here. And actually, I'm gonna do an extension. Keep this open. I'm gonna open up Photoshop. I'm gonna take OBS. Actually, no. OBS has to stay right here. I'm gonna drag Photoshop over to this screen. Okay, cool. I can still see it. Awesome. Alright, so here's what we do. Okay, you won't be able to see this part, unfortunately. Ah, come on. It drags itself over this way. I will end up selecting my scanner. You're gonna see what happens here, specifically. And I'm not leaking anything, like, super big aside from that one project file there. But that's okay. It's okay. What matters more anyway is the process. Alright, so it's gonna get scanned in, and you're gonna see this here. You're probably hearing my scanner. And... what? Capture? Are you treating this like another window? I haven't actually done this before, so... we're gonna whack... Hang on a minute. Let me go to Photoshop real quick. Let's go... okay, so there's the media player. There's that, but why is my... why is this not showing up? Learning on the fly, people! Learning on the fly! Maybe if I do this, it'll show up? Let me try something here. I could just do a full capture. Actually, you know what? That's what I can do. Alright, so let's see if I can get this right here. You're gonna see my OBS and whatever if I do this, but whatever. I am not... Display capture? Is that what it is? Yeah, that's what this is. I'm gonna call this photo shoe. Hang on a second. No, that's not what I was looking for. Because what I want to do is... I need to work with my tablet screen. So this needs to... There we go. There we are! Now I just need to drag this down back to where Photoshop is. There we are. This is what I wanted to work with. Okay, we got this. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen anyway. There we go. Canvas, please. Oh, God. Hang on. Wait. I need my Hewlett app. Work area. This is not my work area. Display 2. Apply. Okay. Alright. There's my pen. Much better. Okay, awesome. Most of my work is a lot of clone stamping. And this is admittedly the first time I've actually used Photoshop on stream. Gonna do that. There we go. Actually, before we do anything, do that. Then we can... There we go. That looks a little smoother now, doesn't it? So there's just a lot of little smoothing things out. Maybe doing some little things like this to correct the lines. You can't really see much of anything of the layers and stuff. But oh well. Fill that out a little better. Fill that out a little better, I think. Get rid of a little spot here. Fill in a little spot here. That's fine as is. That a little better. Take care of this. So for most part, this is how I Photoshop things together. And I guess while I'm here, we could do a Photoshop scan. We could do a comic page scan is what I'm trying to get at. that's fine as it is. We'll take that, color this bit in here. And then we'll color this part here. That's just what I think I'll do with that part there. Oh yeah, we gotta correct this part pronto. Yes. Correct this. Correct the ink splorch. I need a big patch of this to correct this. Much better. Now I have this set for later, which will be nice. Is that just about everything? There we go. Now I feel a little better about that. I'm gonna correct this little patch here. Oh, actually, yes, that is a thing that needs to be corrected. Okay. I think that's about good enough. But we're not done quite yet. Back over to here. Ah! I lost track of my cursor. And then we will do a adjustments. Ah! Why'd you appear over here? Son of a... I'm adjusting the color levels. And then, I don't know why personally, but whenever I apply a sharpening filter, it looks particularly nice to me. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Can't see this part. But for some people, maybe that's for the better. Alright, next step is eraser. I need my magic eraser. Step 2, we are going to add a layer style. Adding this stroke layer. If nothing else, to see where I need to get rid of a few splorches. Oh, come on, you. Of course, it's like one tiny pixel. Let's go through this real quick, see if there's anything like this that needs to be corrected with fire. There we go. Zoom out. For the most part, things are looking pretty decent. So we turn off the stroke layer, and I export a transparent for all of these. Come on. Alright, we got that done. Now I need to go and open the project file I've been working on. Because I'm part of a community, and I'm doing this as a big ol' thank you piece. Oh no, I have to move some people around. Oh jeez. Oh no. Alright. how this sort of stuff always goes. Move up a layer. Me around there. Alright. Make new folder. Alright. Let's move the transparent file over this way. Adjust size as necessary. That's fine to me. Yes, we'll do that. And a new layer. Zoomies! We need... not pencil. We need actual brush for this. Draw a little shadow. This will probably be the only time that this entire project file will be shown to the public until things are done. Is my bet. Okay, we're gonna drop the opacity on that. Move the layer around. I need to... come on now. Oh no, what the heck? There, that works better. Rearrange some. Figure while I'm here, might as well move some things around. Yes, like that. Moving everybody around so shadows don't... so shadows go... Bleh, I can't talk. Alright. Alright, I think I've added enough peeps to this. Actually, one thing I could do here is shift myself over this way a bit. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna export this version for now. Ah! Gotta go back over here. I hate it. Alright. Extra sure to save that. But that's gonna be the end of the Photoshop adventures for now. So what I need to do is go back to the Huion app and change the work area back to display 1. Play. Yeah, okay. Okay, it's back to normal. Because normally I have it the screen duplicated. I will post that later. And what I need to do now... there we go. So, we're going to dupe. Turn that off. Oh, come on. This is what I end up doing every single time I need to, Hey, where is my third display? Maybe it would help if I had it on? There we go. That's probably what that noise was. The TV turned itself off after enough time. Alright. Display settings. Oh, wait. Well, I see the camera. Show only on 1. Extend to 1 and 3. Or duplicate on 1 and 3. Okay. Hopefully that didn't screw with things too badly. So that's how that gets scanned. Well, I figure I might as well show the difference now. So let me go back to the... Let me do this here. Oh wait, no, what am I doing? I could just open it and... I could just open an image. This is what we can do. If I can remember where my proper folders are. Yeesh. So that's how that gets turned into this. Let's put the mic back in its proper place now, as you can see. Okay. Now, why did I draw her specifically? That's because it's Tay's birthday today! Woohoo! Birthday time, birthday time. Hydration. That was fun. There you go. Next to that, I will put this with the rest. And actually, you know what? What else do we want to do? I did the rest of that page. Great, I have some time here, and I have this camera all set up. I want to do something with it, you know? Alright. I'm going to show off some things I got here. Because I've got things. I could show things like magic card things. But if I'm going to be showing off anything else, if we're going to do showing off stuff, then we don't need the board here anymore. I just need to shift this mat around a little bit. So we do that. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, here's a deck of playing cards I got as a Club Nintendo award from years back. So let me show you what these are like. So, this is the deck itself. This is the back side. You can see this. Can I get... You know what? I'll delete this one source. Okay, that feels better now. So let me go show off these. Here's the Jokers. There's a white, there's a silver and a black one. Now, most of the normal cards will just look like these, so you'll have the different power-ups to represent the different suits. Mario is the king. So you have him in different poses for each of the suits. Luigi is the Jack. You can see here. And then Peach is always the Queen. I forget what the Ace... Yeah, no, the Ace isn't anything that different. Although usually the Ace of... What is it? Spades? Yeah, the Ace of Spades is usually like the special one. Let me... Did I pass by it? Yes, I did. Yeah, the Ace of Spades is, for whatever reason, a little different than the others. But yeah, they're transparent. It's weird. I used to have one other transparent deck, but this one was always more fun to me. Alright. Let's go grab another thing I could show off here. And this time it actually is magic related, so hang tight. It'll be like 5 seconds, I swear. Well, I guess the first thing I could show off here is a Pokemon card. I don't play Pokemon. I played it a long time ago when I was a kid. And then, like, once I started to grab some things during around the 6th generation. Here, it's a card of Volcarona, my favorite Pokemon ever, so let me get that a little closer, like this. Let me hold it like this so you can see all the rest of them. As best I can. I'm figuring this out here. That's not what I wanted to grab for the audience here. That would be this. Now this is how I basically got my start into Magic. Well, actually, I got my start into Magic by some cards my friends had. This, well, not this one specifically, but this was the very first deck that I ever had that got me into the game. And my local game store some years back had it at a decent price, so I was like, you know what, for the nostalgia, let's do that. So you get this little insert here. I've already removed the foil basic land that comes with it. It's not a part of the actual deck itself, so you get like a whole bunch of these planes. Here, let's show off the different arts first before I riffle through. There's a couple of the Onslaught lands that I particularly like, but the planes don't hit it for me personally. I think this one's probably my favorite of the planes, but that's not saying much. The islands also don't particularly hit this time around for me. It's one of the forests for me that's actually like good. That's a neat island. I like that one. This one too, but the other two aren't very high marks for me. And this is back when they, you know, when 60 card decks were the casual format. So this just lets you sack birds to draw cards. There are some birds in here. This would now be a human soldier, if I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is a weird one. This is supposed to give a buff to your other creatures. Once again, to be able to remove itself from combat. It's a weird one. And the deck, these cards that say, hey, go find another buddy. They only put 2 of them in here, which is weird. Not like these. This isn't a particularly good deck anyway, because it's just supposed to be like you're getting into the game and stuff. A lot of the theme of this deck is removing yourself from combat for whatever reason. And then the Gust Cloak Savior here applies that ability to all of your creatures. Woohoo! And as you can see, we don't have a lot of like 4-ofs in here, which is a particularly weird thing. Like, this is actually a decent piece of removal here. Because we've got enough soldiers nowadays. And this is actually a neat spell. Give your creatures protection from a color. It could let you get through certain boards. And some of the art here from Onslaught was wacky, to say the least. And then this is the other rare in the deck, a random piece of removal. And then, I don't know why I like this one, but you use this more as a piece of removal to keep a creature from punching you to death. It's not great. Cycling is cool, at least. Wait, why is the Magus Guile out of order? That's so weird. A redirect spell. We have a much better version of this kind of spell nowadays. But yeah, this was how I got... This was the deck I first got into Magic with. Once again, not this one specifically. And then let's unfold this little insert here and give it a read. Are you a new player? If you're a first-time Magic player, visit playmagic.com or pick up the starter level Magic the Gathering game box. Look at this symbol. We don't use this anymore. And now we have the first explanation of Morph. The Onslaught set presents a new ability called Morph. You may play a creature with Morph face down by paying 3 generic instead of its mana value. A face down creature is a 2/2 colorless creature with no abilities, no name, no creature type, and mana value of 0. No one but you knows what it really is. Anytime you can play an instant, you can pay the creature's Morph cost, located next to the word Morph on the card to turn it face up. Simply flip it over and pay the cost. When it turns face up, it becomes whatever the card says it is. That is wrong. Morph is a special action like playing a land. You can do it pretty much whenever you want. And nobody can respond to it either. We have, in the current set of Duskmourn, we have Manifests, which work very similarly, where if it's a creature, you can pay its mana value and flip it over. Anyway, let's continue going through. You can look at a face-down creature you control at any time. You can't look at face-down creatures other players control. That is correct, and still true to this day. When a face-down creature leaves play, it must be shown to all players. All face-down creatures in play must be turned over when the game ends. Still a thing, too, and something you have to keep in mind for competitive. If you control multiple face-down creatures, you must make sure everyone knows the order they came into play. You can use dice or markers to help you keep track. That's another very important thing if you have multiple face-down creatures. A creature that's been turned face up is the same creature that it was face down. It keeps any enchantments and counters it has. Damage dealt to it carries over. And turning face up doesn't count as coming into play. That is correct. Turning a card face up doesn't use the stacks, so you're... Yep, okay, there it is. Turning a card face up doesn't use the stacks, so your opponent can't respond. When you want to turn over a face-down creature, no one can stop you. And then we revisit Cycling from Urza's Saga. And now, a thing that we have now changed to Typal. These used to be called tribal cards. Let's do a little story insert. Let's do a little story time here. Kamal's quest is not over. Now that he has claimed the powerful Morari in the name of the Frozen Forest, his attention is turned closer to home. His wounded sister, Jessica, has been corrupted by the Cabal's foul magic and turned into Phage, a vicious pit fighter who can rot away anything with her touch. Kamal yearns to save her, but he's not the only one seeking her out. Ixidor, a master illusionist, finds himself exiled to the desert by the Cabal following a catastrophic pit fight that his beloved didn't survive. Driven half mad by grief and isolation, Ixidor is surprised to discover that he can make his illusions real. Bolstered by this newfound power, he begins a crusade of vengeance. He creates Akroma, an angelic vision who greatly resembles his lost love. Akroma's sole mission is to destroy the pit fighter responsible for her predecessor's death, Phage. The race for Phage is on. Kamal strives to heal, Akroma strives to avenge, and Phage herself strives to destroy. When these forces collide, Otaria itself will be rocked to the core. Let's do this little part here. The Order's two branches boast Otaria's greatest soldiers, but its influence pales next to the Cabal's insidious grip. While the Northern Order finally enjoys peace, the Southern Order struggles daily to survive. Worse yet, the southern half of Otaria is the landing point for the refugees pouring in from other Dominarian lands. Eager to help, but desperate themselves, the Southern Order finds itself strained to the breaking point. Another push, and it may snap. And then this is back when what we called fat packs, which are now called bundles. We used to actually get physical books. Let me go grab one. So back in the day, the magic bundles, previously known as fat packs, would actually just straight up come with a book that you can read that had magic story tied into it. But yeah, I own this one. Back here. I also own this one. And apparently, from what I've read, because someone did a tier list on all the books, these are two of the better magic books to read. Which is hilarious, because these were the only two of the fat packs that came with books that I managed to get. Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll do something with these one day. On the other side of the insert is the deck list itself. You never got more than 2 copies of anything. That's atrocious. And a strategy of how you're supposed to play the deck. Okay, what? Peanut equals elephant? That's weird. What in the hell? Anyway, that was that. That was a nostalgic little trip for me here. Let's do this. Let's put the deck away. I'm just killing time at this point. I have like 15 minutes left. But yeah, that was a little piece of nostalgia for me. Let me go grab something else to show off. Because honestly, I'd like to start the next art stream with a page. I was getting a little tired of Blah! I can't words today, apparently. I want to start the next stream on a new page. I'm tired of having to not finish a page in time for a stream. Bah! There! I have words now. Let me go look for something else cool to show off. I got something cool here somewhere. Yeah. Crap, it's everything. Show it off. Magic. Sure, let's do that. Because it's going to be relevant very soon. So, one of the things that Magic has been doing as of late is going into other IPs. And so what I have here is a deck that is gone into one of those IPs, and it's given it's one of its best-selling sets of all time. The Lord of the Rings set. So I bought the Food and Fellowship pre-con. Actually, I was able to pre-order it. So you get Frodo and Sam here. They are called partners. So when you play a game of Commander, normally you only have one commander and it gets set aside. When you have partners, you get two, which is as fair as you think it is. And so what this is primarily based around is Sam makes a food every turn. So you eat this and you get 3 life off of it. Frodo turns into not an adventure engine. He becomes your ring bearer. So I would often represent it by this. And then you follow this little flow chart. And as you keep getting tempted by the ring, you get to draw cards for it. And then things in this deck are based around that life you get off of food. So this motivated pony here lets your creatures punch way harder and untap them. I get to ramp with them with Eleanor here. Thanks to this displaced dinosaurs from Doctor Who, I can turn all my foods into dinosaurs. But that's actually not the scariest thing. Every time I'm creating and sacrificing foods, I'm draining people. This is just a way to kill people because I have a way to make a whole bunch of mana. Apothecary White here is from the Clue product, so I get some more foods. Peregrine Took here is part of an infinite combo. So when you pair up Peregrine Took with not a Canopy Manufactor. Oh, let me show this off real quick. Here's a Bajuka Bog in the style of the Barrow Downs. And let's just say this is the most expensive Bajuka Bog I ever spent money on. Whoo-wee. Jaheira, this is from the D&D Baldur's Gate expansion that we got for Commander. Here we are, Experimental Confectioner. This only came in set packs for the set Wilds of Eldraine. So, whenever you sacrifice a food, you make a rat token. If you have 3 foods in Peregrine Took, and you do that with Experimental Confectioner, you draw your entire library straight up. And if you have, as I had shown here earlier, Academy Manufactor, you will be drawing your entire library and you can have all the mana you want to do with it. So that's what things like Torment of Hailfire is for. It gets a little ridiculous, yes. And you just keep generating rats, too, so you have, like, this huge board of rats. And so, if you have something like Agent of the Iron Throne, you can just burn the board down to death. I managed to get this Hirugrim, Sword of Rohan, which is just an in-universe version of Sword of Hearth and Home, which is fitting considering the hobbits. But yeah, food stuff is very cool. I got this Japanese doubling season. I know what the card does. If you were to put a counter on something you control, you double the number of it instead. And if you create a token, you create double the amount of those tokens instead. It's a dirty card for a reason. But yeah, that sort of stuff is really cool. Magic is a very cool game to me. How much time we got left? 20 minutes? Let's see what else we can fumble around with for 20 minutes. Alright. Yeah, this is just one of my multiple deck boxes. But this is the one I often like using for traveling around and carrying particularly big decks. Alright, what else can we show off? Since we're here. Well, I guess since I talk about it all the time, here's a cartridge of DK64. I wasn't exactly lying. Whenever I say I play it on real hardware, I use this exact cartridge. I have 101%ed this game more times than anyone should. And I've done it at least twice for the internet. And under the right circumstances, I would do it again. I don't know why, I'm just having simple fun just rotating this cartridge around because we... Alright, let's go. I guess next I can show off what was under that in the shelf. Kirby! This is my favorite Kirby game. Honestly. And yet I've still to 100% complete the game. Some point, I'm going to fix that. It's only because there was like 1 or 2 crystal shards back then. Younger me couldn't really wrap his head around, what am I supposed to do here? Yeah. I rented this game a few times, but I also have this on... Let me go grab it. I own this. The Kirby's Dream Collection. This is actually how I first played Kirby Superstar for the channel with Sean all those years ago. Comes with quite a few cute things. So let's open her up and check it out. Here's the this was the 20th anniversary art book. And then here's the game itself, fashioned after how they originally did the box art for Kirby Superstar over in Japan, which I believe it was called Kirby's Fun Pack. Yes. And this actually comes with a bit of bonus content too. Because there's challenge stages that are based off of Kirby's Return to Dreamland. So you get this special soundtrack CD. And then there's the disc for the Dream Collection itself. And then here's the manual. With all these little Kirbys on it. It's adorable. I have only just now realized I have barely spent any time on drawing itself this stream. You know what? I don't care! It's my stream! I can do whatever I want! It feels so weird for a game that was released in... Oh god, I need a release date. Fox, help me. 2012. To have a picture of a GameCube controller. It's so weird. Yeah, this was the only game to actually have... One of the few games on the Wii to actually have Game Boy games on it. has the manual. But the more fun thing here is this. So let's go look through here. And this was all the games up to this point. Because we only got up to Return to Dreamland. The next game after that was Kirby Triple Deluxe. And so this is all the Kirby releases up to this point. With Mass Attack and Return to Dreamland in the same year. Goodness, and this came out like a year after. I realize it's a little hard to read. One of these days I'll get a better webcam. We got Kirby! And then we also have King DDD and Meta Knight. And Morpho Knight! That's a thing. And then a whole bunch of friends. Just a whole bunch of friends. We even got design documents for Kirby himself. Back from the very first game. I still haven't beaten Dreamland 2. I've heard it's a pain to 100%. That's for sure. Hey, let's go through, I think, everything here. It's kind of neat. Twinkle Popo. And this was the first Kirby game to have copy abilities. I actually streamed the remake of this with Tay. That was fun. Waddle Dees. Waddle Dees. Anyway, the original Japanese release of Superstar featured a Paulownia wood box branded with the text because it was made to store valuables. I bet that box is very expensive. Ah! Storyboards for Kirby 64. Dream Course. Oh, Crystal Shards, how I love you. It's a cavalcade of Kirby's. Here's the answers. The GBA games. Air Ride. Air Ride is still all lovely. I need to play that with the guys more. God. Now, this is the DS era games. Then there's... Oh yeah, I forgot Epic Yard came up before Return to Dreamland. I still have a sealed copy of that one, actually. Print galleries. And I have that issue of Nintendo Power. I think I've got that one too, unless those are the same one. I don't have these ones over here. Issue some strap credits. And this is the song list on the CD. This soundtrack CD cannot be played on the Wii console. Please use an audio CD player. Nintendo, you done goofed with that! Yeesh! The Switch at least has an excuse because it only plays cartridges. But yeah, that was a cool little... That's a cool thing I happen to have. Unfortunately, it has the GameStop sticker of shame on it, but I will live. I will adapt. This is such a cool little collection. Ugh. And I figure we're on collections at this point. I might as well grab the Mario one that came out this time that disappointed so many people. Ah! Mario's 25th anniversary. The one that disappointed people basically everywhere. Because what this is literally just Super Mario All-Stars printed onto a disc. We got a sound sampler and another little art book. So let's just go ahead and get in there. We get 2 game boxes here. Well, one is a game box, the other is the audio CD box. As you can see, it's literally just Super Mario All-Stars. Because we get this in... Oh no, this is not multiple languages. This is just all the games. It still even has that there. Yeah, this is literally a SNES ROM burned onto a DVD. Hey, you can see my camera. And there's my face. Ha! Like I care if I show myself off. Ha! 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 I need to shave. Anyway, here's the audio CD. It is really funny, though, to tilt this just right and boom. Self-doxing. It's just me. What does it matter? I mean, I think it's at least neat that this part has, like, the CRT here. I one day want to own the game box for Super Mario Bros., but that's another time. Let's go through the booklet while I still have a few minutes. Look at all the Marios. Woohoo! And they make this timeline really hard to read. The dark gold on the red does not work. And we get to see all the original devs here. Here it's Super Mario Brothers, with comments from the devs. Now we are using their Mii portraits. Design documents. Super Mario 2 and 3. You'd think 3 would get a bigger page because of how important it is. Hey, here's this game! For reference, I have been playing All-Stars via my Super Nintendo cart. Mario 64. Oh, that's a big important one. Man, N64 renders are so cool. Sunshine, new Super Mario Bros. Next is Galaxy, and SMB Wii. I believe this goes up to Galaxy 2, yes. Ooh, look at all these drawings here. Merchandising! Merchandising, merchandising, merchandising. It's the team and Mario. I believe at this point in a year... Oh my god, it's been almost 15 years since this! Oh god, I'm old! For reference, I was not born when this game came out. I was... -6. But yeah, 19... This franchise turns 40 in a year. Oh my god! Nintendo, you better get that new Nintendo console out quick! And make sure your devs had time to work on it. Oh lordy! But I think this will probably be about the time I end things off for now, because I need to leave the house a little early to get some gas in my car. But thanks to everyone who's been lurking around. We got a page done at the very least. That was all done well and good, and I even got to show some fun things off. Sorry that the title was a bit of a lie, but ah well, it was fun. I enjoyed showing things off. So thanks to everybody who came along, and I have one more announcement that I will also show off on the schedule on Saturday. There will be no drawing stream next week. We're going to be doing 2 gaming streams because Halloween is on Thursday. So there's a spooky little ROM hack I want to play. Not necessarily for scares, but because, you know, it's spooky and whatnot. It's a Sonic ROM hack called Hellfire Saga. I'll show that off again in the visual schedule that comes out on Saturday. But with that, thanks to y'all for watching. I've been Nick, and I will see you guys next time.